The movie we are reviewing today is Cabrini. This movie depicts events that happened many years ago. It starts with some history. Between 1889 and 1910, over 2 million Italians immigrated to the United States. They were desperately poor, often illiterate, and almost never spoke English. Many Americans considered those Italians to be of inferior intelligence, only fit for manual labor, and a threat to the very fabric of America. The movie is based on a true story. The movie starts with a little boy running with his sick mother on a wheelbarrow looking for help, but the hospital could not take in Italians. He was chased out and asked to take the mother to a hospital that takes in Italians. He continued to the streets running, calling on to the people to help. His mother died right there in the middle of the street on a wheelbarrow with no one helping. Later that night, a couple of men in the city came and picked the dead body of his mother. He asked where they had taken her, but they could not communicate. They spoke in English, he spoke in Italian. So they told each other, don't waste time asking him questions. These little monkeys are everywhere and they can't understand anything. So they drove off with the dead body and the boy was left alone. The boy went looking for a shelter. Kids had a hole under the tunnel where they went to seek shelter late at night. The boy watched and later joined the rest. Back in Italy, Mother Cabrini, coughing hysterically, staying with the rest of the sisters. She wants to go out on missions, but she has not yet received permission from the Pope or those in charge to release her as a missionary. She wants to go to Asia. This morning, a letter comes in from Rome, an invitation for Mother Cabrini to go to Rome and receive the response to her letters. She told the sisters, this is not permission, it's an invitation. So she set off to go to Rome. Reaching Rome, the Pope was making an entrance. All the faith leaders in the Catholic faith had lined up to be greeted by the Pope. Mother Cabrini waited at the very end. When the ceremony of greeting the Pope was done, Your Eminence Salvio came to address Mother Cabrini. He told her, we have already told you the answer to your request. It's a no. He got a letter and handed it to Cabrini, a letter declining her request to go to do missionary work in Asia. Your Eminence argued her to stay in her lane and stop trying to do things outside of her scope, that she should continue to do the work she's doing in Lombardy in Italy, like the orphanages she's building. Let her stay there. That's where she belongs. Cabrini, while leaving, she could hear the people calling out to her, visions of people suffering, kids dying, calling for help. She turned back and asked Your Eminence, is this your decision or this is the Pope's decision? I want to speak to the Pope myself. Your Eminence told her there is no difference. But she insisted and told him, if you do not allow me to speak to the Pope, I'll keep writing these letters and I'll not stop asking. Your Eminence had a word with the Pope, and later, Mother Cabrini was gestured to speak to the Pope. Before she could start stating her case to the Pope gestured to her and told her, your case is well known by everyone here by now. But this is my response. I'm sorry you've wasted time coming all the way to Rome just to receive the same response. No, stay in your lane. Lombardy is your scoop. You should stay there. But since this is your first trip, you can enjoy Rome, see the landscapes before you go back. As he walks away, she turned back and called after the Pope and asked, is it because I'm a woman? Is this why you are asking me to limit my scope? Eminence told her, we have never sent out an independent missionary woman. Cabrini told him that Mary Magdalene was the first missionary sent out by Jesus to talk about the resurrection of Christ. If Jesus could trust a missionary woman, why wouldn't the church? Your Eminence had more response, but before he could answer, the Pope stopped him and asked Cabrini, why China? Cabrini told him, we have forgotten the East. She continued to elaborate what she wants to do, to build orphanages, to give hope, to bring hope to the people who are suffering. The father asked her, "It seems what you want to do is very big. Do you want to build the whole world?" Cabrini told the Pope, "What I want to do, the world is too small for it." Your Eminence tried to gesture to the Pope that he has more meetings. The Pope told him to cancel. He's going to be having tea with Cabrini. They had tea. The Pope got a box full of letters from people in Italy writing. One wrote, "We came to America thinking the streets are paved of gold. We found streets paved of dying kids on the streets, reeking of poverty, with no help, living in gutters, dying of cold." The Pope told her, "I'm going to give you permission to go, but you're not going to start in Asia. You're going to start in the West, in New York. If what you want to do, the world is too small for it, it shouldn't matter where you start from." Happy with permission, she went back home and prepared. The rest of the sisters told them, "America, we have to first conquer America before we go anywhere else. Prepare yourselves, sisters. Now we're going in a foreign land, in another land. We have to speak their language. We have to speak English. Father Morero has an orphanage in 5 Points, and he can no longer manage it. That will be our starting point." The Pope told Cabrini, "You are the first missionary woman that I'm sending out, and if you succeed or fail, it will have an impact on all women in the world in regards to what they can and can't do."